Morning, ladies and gentlemen, Strat Gamer here, providing you with the new Anno 1800 episode today. And today I want to present you, I think, the best mod ever. Um, I don't want to oversold it. I'm sure some people are gonna hate it, but honestly, I do think this is really an amazing mod. It doesn't bring hundreds of new buildings, hundreds of new ornaments. It doesn't completely destroy the gameplay. So what it does is actually not that big, but the impact of it is actually huge. Before we dive in, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel to never miss another video. But without further ado, let me talk about this mod. This mod was published actually 2 months ago, so it's quite recent. It's not yesterday either, but quite recent, and I'm sure many people out there actually wish that it was posted or published a lot sooner. It is called Buildable Residences from Cindariel. And I'm going to show you why this mod is amazing. It's amazing for beauty builders, of course, but it's actually also really good for your min-maxers out there or your casual player. It's really, I think, good for everyone. So what is this mod doing? Well, you can see it here already. If you are in your building sorting by type, instead of 1 house, you see 5 houses because you see the farmer residence, the worker residence, the artisan, engineer, and investor. And this is exactly what this mod does. Is as soon as you've unlocked it, and this is important, is you still do need to unlock it. So it's not as if it's completely breaking the game where from start you can build whatever you want. You still need to sort of play through it. But when you've sort of gone through the game, like let's say, you've gone through the campaign, you've reached engineers, and now you want to expand your empire, right? You're a casual player, you want to expand your empire, but if you want to expand it, let's say the normal way, it was gonna take you some time, and I'm not gonna lie. If you look at my other series, where I've reached 3 million. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of hours of gameplay there. Or if you're a buildy builder, if a buildy builder is really critical to rebuild entire neighborhoods, move things around. And for residents, it's always hard because it's very complex to go up and down. I mean, it's not that complex to go down. You can definitely downgrade, but to upgrade, then you always need to have all of the population, which means you need to have all of the buildings. With this mod, you don't anymore. If I'm planning a new neighborhood here, let's say I can start putting my roads. I don't need to start by putting a marketplace and a farmer, then wait for it to reach 10 population, upgrade it into workers, then put a school, then upgrade it again and again until I reach the tier that I do want to reach. I can go directly put an investor house, and next to it an engineer house. It doesn't mean that these will just magically be reach the maximum population and all of this. You still need to put whatever building. So for your investors, it's going to be important to have electricity. For your engineer to have, of course, electricity and the university, but you don't have to go through all of it. And if I'm unhappy with all of this, and actually now I want to make it into a worker or artisan neighborhood, then it's very quick, right? And it still does cost me the resources and all this, but at least I don't have to go through all of this weight of it filling out and upgrading. So this is the first reason why, for me, this is an amazing mod. But there are other reasons. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean concretely here. So this is, my beauty building series, right? A save. And for the beauty building, a couple of elements that are quite interesting are what you get in the World Fair architectural marvels, right? Where you get a lot of different fountains and things like this. But for these, you do need to unlock them with a number of investors, right? The first one at 5,000 and the last one at 10,000. And if you're in builders, maybe you don't want to wait to be at 10,000 investors to be able to start doing those pretty ornaments, which, to be honest, I would like to put here, for example. Now, with this new mode, there is a sort of simple solution in going to an island that you don't really care about. Let's say maybe this one, and then I don't know, as long as you have at least the resources, you can just spam a number of investors. Okay, I'm out of wood, so now obviously I still need to produce a wood. If you really don't want to also be limited by these resources, you can also use Wii to have unlimited resources. So for example, I think I've activated it here. Yeah. So I just pressed F. So what is it? F5, I think. Yes, F5, and you see my timber jump to 5. No, sorry, this was this one. Of course, I'll still need my roads and things like this. All right. But I hope that you can see how now I will be able to very quickly get to 10,000 investors. Of course, I do need to feed them. Once again, if you don't want to use Wiimote, to just press F12 and have F11 to have unlimited resources. So all of these will get filled with time to reach your 10,000. And with that, you'll be able to unlock your World Fair elements. There's also some buildings, either through mods or no mods, right, that do require a number of population. So that's also important. For example, if I go there, I think I have the mod activated in my investors. Yeah, this one. The Municipal Theater, one of the recent mods, requires 5,000 investors to unlock. If you're a builder and you want to build it as soon as possible, you may not want to wait until you have that full population. So here, that's great to have it. Of course, for this World Fair, they actually need to be, for this number here, they actually need to be on this island here, right? So you would go into, I don't know, a corner of the map that you don't really care about and do again what I did earlier, just to build a big number of investors, put your road, etc., and then quickly get to your 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is. Now, what did I say earlier? It's also for min-maxers. Well, if you're a min-maxer, be it on investors or on scholars, you may not want to wait. Once again, like if you have, let's say you've set up your new island, you've put all of your town halls, and now you need to just fill the island with residences, right? There's not a lot of people that want to wait hours and hours for these houses to go up, to be upgraded one tier at a time. So to be able to just put the investors right away, that does help. For the scholars, there was already a mode where you could have unlimited permits, and therefore it's quite easy. But for the investor, it wasn't. And given that we know the High Life DLC coming out soon is linked to Skyscraper for investors and engineers, this is a particularly interesting mod if you now want to build a full islands of investors and engineers to be prepared. So anyway, I do hope that you understand how this mod does help a lot, especially the beauty builders out there, but also everybody else, by enabling you to create directly a residence of any tier. So once again, thanks again, Cinderreal, for this mod. I will post, as always, the link to that mod in the description below. And don't hesitate to share any thoughts, feedback in the description below, as well as requests that you may have for future mods. and hope to see you next time.